Welcome back for another fun reloading video. Today's topic of discussion is going to be smokeless powder versus powder-coated bullets, part 3. Here we have the same 4 powders we've used since test number 1, and on test number 2 we discontinued our 700X and we threw in a known double base powder, CFE223. Whether or not the double-based powder with the added nitroglycerin has any effect, it's uncertain. I'm not sure if we'll learn anything from these tests. We've had mixed results from several different people with several different powders and several different powder coating combinations. In part number 2, we'd mentioned how some users were having issues with bullseye and sticking to their powder and becoming clumpy. And however, since then we've had other users posting videos with their bullseye having absolutely no effect on that specific powder coat. Okay, let's get on with it. First up is H110 clays. Here we have our clays looking just like it was on day 1. Maybe a little bit of static, but nothing at all other than that. Our bullet isn't sticky at all, it's not gummy. That powder coat feels just like it was put on yesterday. Nothing for clays. Second on our list we have Trailboss, and again, absolutely no reaction. Third we have H110, and again, absolutely no effect on my specific powder coat from Prismatic Powders. Now this was about to be boring, however I think we've found something on our Titegroup here with number 4. On the left we have our H110 projectile. We can see it still has a little bit of that sheen to it or that luster from the powder coating. However, on the right is our Titegroup bullet, and you can see it's clearly more dull and there's actually powder flakes sticking to it. It's a little difficult to keep in focus, but I can actually kind of get my fingernail to stick into it, and we can kind of almost scrape off some of that powder coat, whereas the other ones just have that hard shell that I'm unable to do that with. Well, with all these new exciting developments here with Titegroup, we're going to have to keep this old test going on. Now again, just to be clear, this could be my very specific powder coating from Prismatic Powders with that specific SKU reacting to Titegroup. Now, if someone else has Titegroup with a different powder coat from a different company, we could have totally different results. So at the current time of this recording, it is now February the 10th. Not quite a month for our CFE223, which was started on January 13th. But we're going to take a look here and see what's going on. So here we've got our projectile on the left was the brand new one put into the CFE223, and the one on the right is the one that I pulled out of the 700X round to see if it had any sort of effect with the bare lead or anything else like that going on. And upon closer inspection, there is absolutely nothing here to see with almost a month on the CFE223. So there we have it, folks. It seems like all of our powders thus far, aside from Titegroup, are not having any effect on my specific powder coat from Prismatic Powders. And again, that was RAL6028. And I might not check on these every month or so, but I will put them aside on the shelf and we can revisit this at a later time. Just keep in mind, I'm no chemist. I don't know anything about science. I'm just a guy on the internet having some fun. And if you're doing any tests of your own, make sure to post them in the comments below so we can all get on the same page and say this powder works, this powder coat doesn't work, so on and so forth. And if you have hung in this far through the entire video, thank you so much for hanging out. We certainly appreciate having you. Make sure to stay tuned for more. I've got a playlist going for the smokeless powder versus powder-coated bullets, so we will keep this test rolling. And we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.